All right, cool. I said something embarrassing, but I couldn't put it in because I said it over the desktop.
Yeah.
It was Hina, right?
It was.
She took it and gave it to Ogre.
She killed her.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura.
Yeah.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yeah, Jill, it was suicide.
What are you talking about? There's
We're gonna have
no
to put
way.
a big old content warning
On
over
the
this.
contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
So, Aoi, you were gonna kill us all because you just didn't want to believe that Sakura would kill herself?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh, fuck. Get ready.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof, Sakura? This should prove it.
It's not always.
Yep.
She goes, oh, you're wrong!
Hina, did you
Edging
know
my
that
truth
Sakura's
bullet.
foot had a certain yellow powder
I don't
stuck
like
to
that.
it?
I'm gonna take that back.
I don't think either of us are gonna finish this. Just toss
Yeah,
it.
well, I'm gonna toss it after this. I made a bagged lunch and it sucked.
I like one of it.
Yeah.
They gave me food.
Yeah.
It did?
It did.
Doobie-doo.
The
There's
same
piss
yellow
on it.
powder that had been
Yeah.
spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
We got the earbuds attached, but Ellie's fucking dying, so she's gonna go get some water so that she'll die more slowly. My stomach hurts, and that's where I'm at. I went to go get some food because I thought it'd make me feel better, but it didn't because the food wasn't terribly good. I'm not good at packing lunches, it turns out, which is bad because I eat lunch at my job. Hold on. Okay.
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 So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that
Wait,
powder
wait,
doing on
wait,
Ogre's foot?
Wait.
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled.
Yeah.
So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
Excuse me.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing.
Oh.
Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. Connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it.
It was Leon.
Oh,
So this is why you can select people who
Yeah.
are dead. It was Sakura.
Here's my answer.
That's good.
Got it.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura? Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can.
That's 10.
10.
Fuck you, Jensen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. I'll charge him before our next session.
Card.
I can't believe it either. Or rather,
10.
10 more. Ah, fucking stomach.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want, I can take over and put your feet up for a bit.
Oh, no.
I'm good.
This is definitely the most per recording session.
but when you really think about it, everything matches up.
This is for
35.
real.
Sakura went and got the poison.
You
She
better
barricaded
believe it,
herself
believe
in
it,
a
believe
room.
it, believe
She
it,
drank it.
You know when they all say
Also, she
random,
could
like,
find her own line.
phrases, like, over and over
Yeah.
when they're caught? What if one of them was believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it, believe it?
I would fucking scream.
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course,
Sakura.
wanted to create the locker room.
I got it!
I got
The
it!
locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and
Owie.
snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the door.
Oh, okay.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
Oh! Ogre?
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
I did think that was weird.
Yeah.
Hina, I know, never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Gotta reconstruct it.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Sakura
this is gonna
is-
be the one we put a big-ass content
Yeah.
warning over, because we're reconstructing
Yeah.
a suicide right here. This
Sakura
is
gives them the note.
dark shit. Byakuya gets the note, presumably.
Jackie reads the note.
Toko
Like, hey.
looks around.
Yep. We see there's a bit where she pokes her head in there.
That's
Nope,
getting
no,
out of...
further. Yeah. No, that's getting out of that's the locker.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because she saw Hero in there?
Oh, no, it's... She slides it under... Well, no, that's...
Yeah, that's a fake one. Because we already see her sliding it.
Yeah. This one's also a fake one, because we have this right here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this one is. Let's just...
We'll do it later. We'll do it later.
Or it could be that one.
Could... No, 'cause she... Why would she...
It's her locking herself in the locker.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Alright. So,
Gives him the candy. He's like... Oh yeah, it is her in the lockers. We see her looking through the slits.
yeah.
He's like... Oh! Because she does anything.
Yeah.
Monokuma bottle. He grabs one.
Breaks it.
Yep. We have a broken Monokuma bottle. It's the... God, which
It's
one
the
is
knight.
it? It's the knight. That one was left behind.
Yep. Sakura's all bloody. He thinks he killed her.
He writes Toko.
Yep.
Toko.
Then he
Runs
gets the
away.
fuck out of there. Toko's
She
like,
comes
what
out.
the fuck, hero?
She gets out of the closet, which is not that one, but
She's
that one.
nervous,
Yep,
so I
she's
think it's this
nervous.
one.
She
So I
sees
think
her
this
name.
one is
Yeah,
her getting in
yeah,
the closet.
Yeah. Because she's doing this to close it.
Yep.
So then, yep, she gets out. She hides the magazine. There it is,
Upside down.
Sakura's like, fuck. And Toko's like,
Fuck
fuck.
my
And
head.
Sakura's like, fuck.
And Toko falls asleep. She's like, are you okay, Toko? And Jill's like, ah!
Yep,
And then fucking brains her.
yep, because that's Queen Piece.
Yep.
That's a fucking awesome. That looks so cool.
Yeah. Jill cleans up and gets the fuck out of it. Sakura
Sakura's
wakes
like,
up.
Fuck. She picks up the poison,
Yep. She drinks
chugs it, gets in there. They're like, oh fuck.
Makoto busts in.
Owie's
find her
like,
body.
oh shit.
And then Aoi sees the poison.
She pockets it. No, she picks up.
Oh, that's
I don't
someone. Oh, because it's gray. So that is Aoi.
Yep.
Then leaves and then puts the thing of
Yep, protein powder.
Protein
I think
powder.
that's it.
I think
we
that's
got
it.
Let's check over
The
it.
killer is you!
Alright.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko,
Can't get over how
and
Byakuya is
Byakuya.
drawn.
oh yeah, he's drawn excellently.
It's so
But
good.
one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toka, she got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Yep.
Yep, okay. That's the only one I was
She
semi
found
worried
it.
about.
She
Yeah.
crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
He broke the one with the knife piece.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name.
Toko.
Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
she opens the thing.
She jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
But she hid it upside down.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
She broke the one with the queen
Just like
piece.
Hiro,
Yep.
she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Man, poor fucking Sakura. Oh my god.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
MC9.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario.
Then I
and then
uncalled
drank
it
the
and
deadly
recalled it
mixture.
like 5 times.
We both uncalled it and recalled it.
Yeah. This was
And
the
there,
best one by far.
She took her
This
final
one
breath.
was excellent.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
It was Owie.
was you, Hina. That's the one.
So we nabbed someone, but she's not gonna get executed.
No, no one's getting executed.
Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right? That's
What happened?
What the fuck?
Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Fuck you, that's how.
oh, well, I mean,
I don't know, man. It wasn't
You
that hard.
still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Yeah, because what Owie did was completely irrational.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you
Oh
in
my
the end.
god.
Fucking.
Byaku, I want him to just storm out of the room crying.
Ugh.
Hey!
Nice. Fuck. Oh. Oh. 96.
Okay,
That's pretty
okay.
good.
I think we can all agree you made your point.
God, that was good.
Did you
That was a
guys
good trial.
forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
You just gotta be all tight and loose at the same time.
Maybe
Is
you
that
don't
from-
want to,
from Attack on
but
Titan
please
Bridge.
grab
Oh,
your
yeah.
lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Sakura.
He's a really cool.
What if everyone voted Byakuya just because they didn't like him?
That'd be really funny.
Oh god, it's Persona Q Sakura.
It is.
No!
I like Persona Q Sakura.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Execute her corpse? That's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did
So
you
that's
say?
the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try and cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
Yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah! We almost died there!
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted.
What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the
I
one
couldn't
to
let her
die.
be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We have to pay for our crimes.
You're serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's...
I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this.
closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you. Hina, please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Fuck.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you'd just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Hina, you came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Hina.
Huh?
Huh?
I...
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder, and that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the restroom as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please! Open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner. And we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long! I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion of what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking. It's her and me.
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is,
yes, indeed.
don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What? What?
I have no idea what
that
this means.
her original suicide note?
Course.
Did
Isn't
he
it
fucking
obvious?
swap them out?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well, now,
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little...
I am not filthy! I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed!
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know, this is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on
So
me.
this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, this source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then, Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand while I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was, like, totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Huh?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
What?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What the heck? That is not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
naturally.
Sakura and Hino were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it will appear that the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat.
There is no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here?
Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment on the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone...
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's all forget about all that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
Punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for! Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead!
You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no! Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean that I can just sub in whatever old student I want. And I tell you, I'm very particular about the Bear Times 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got.
Is it Kenshiro?
It's punishment time.
That would be fucked. I think it's just a Monokuma doll.
Maybe.
Or is it her fucking corpse?
It could be her corpse.
That would be real fucked up.
Yeah.
No!
What?!
No!
No!
Whoa! Whoa!
Fuck!